Hi clarinet players, I'm filming this video in vertical mode so that when I play you can see my fingers really well. So that's why it's going to look a little odd on your screen, but hopefully you can follow my fingers. We're going to work through Ghostbusters today. There's really only 3 spots that you need to work on Ghostbusters, and I'll go through and explain each one of those. As long as you follow my explanation, this is a very, very easy piece to play. So when we start the song, the first section we're going to work on is the very beginning of the song. Now, the very beginning of the song only uses 3 different notes. It uses B natural, so B middle finger. That's the first 3 notes of the song. And then a D and a C. Pretty easy. Now, let me go into detail here. The reason that I know that it's B natural middle finger is because at the beginning of the song, there are no flat cymbals for this song. So if there's no flat cymbals at the beginning of the line by the treble clef and the time signature, that means it's got to be middle finger. Now, later on in this song, we're going to talk about B flats, but to start out the song, you want to stick with that middle finger B. So I'm going to play it ultra slow motion. Just the first 6 notes. Again. Then when you bring it up to speed, it will be. And you do that 3 times. The 4th time it just changes and adds 1 extra C in there. Now that's maybe a little bit slow for how we would play it in a concert, so I'm going to do it one last time so that you can hear the speed we want to be able to play it at. And then you would go on to the easiest part of the song, measure 5, that I'm not really going to explain in this video because you got that. If you, it'd be a very good idea to pause the video at this point and practice that first line of this song. If you can't do this part, it's probably not a good idea to go on and do the trickier parts of the song. So next we're going to jump down to measure 17. This is the 2nd section that I talked about of our 3 sections we need to learn. This section does something else. It doesn't use middle finger B because, as you can see on the 2nd note of measure 17, the 2nd note of measure 17, there is what looks like a lowercase b, and we know that's a flat symbol. So if the B has a flat symbol on it, that means it's going to be pointer finger on your bottom hand instead of middle. So the first thing I'm going to do is go from D to B flat 3 times with a slur. I am on measure 17 and I'm going slowly. So look carefully at 17. You have D, B flat, D, B flat, D, B flat. So 3 times. Now what I would ask you is, what are the next 2 notes? D, B flat again, except they're quicker. So take a look at 17 and I'll sing it for you. It goes D, B flat, D, B flat, D, B flat, D, B flat. I'm not going to worry about the last 2 notes in measure 18 right now. I'm just going to play D, B flat, D, B flat, D, B flat, D, B flat. Like this. Here's 17. Listen along. So you'll notice that the note I just played doesn't have a flat symbol in front of it, but it's still flat. It's kind of a weird music rule, but the flat that comes earlier in measure 18 makes the rest of the B's flat as well. So just take my word for it, this whole section from 17 to 21, you're going to want to play B flat's pointer finger. Now let's take a look at the quick set of notes at the end of measure 18. So there's 4 notes that have a beam across the top of them on measure 18. 4 notes that have a beam across the top of them at the end of measure 18. They are D, B flat, A, B flat. D, B flat, A, B flat. Watch again. D, B flat, A, B flat. So those last 3 notes of 18 are really easy because I'm just going like this. So let me play those 4 notes. So pause the video and try those 4 notes by themselves. There's not a lot of finger movement with those notes, so you should be able to do them really quickly. Once you've mastered those 4 notes that have the beam across, the 4/8 notes, we're going to play from 17 to where I just stopped. Here's 17. Play that on your own. Go ahead and pause the video again and play 17 and all of 18 until you mastered it, and then we want to speed it up like this. So I went from 17 to 20, and that's how it's going to sound. Now, kind of the trickiest part of this song is at measure 24. I wouldn't worry about 23 too much till you put it all together. Let's just focus on 24. Now listen, when I speak the notes of 24, you're going to notice that each one of these groupings of notes is the same. So here's 24, if you haven't found it yet. 24. G, F, B flat, A. G, F, B flat, A. So those two, G, F, B flat, A, G, F, B flat, A, they're both the same. Don't forget that the upper B flat that I just spoke is the pincher B flat. So let me turn this way and play these notes for you. I'm on measure 24. I think I'll turn the other way so you can see better, like this. So just kind of grab that B flat as quick as I can. Another thing you're going to notice is that I played that all in one breath because it's slurred. Ta, ta. I want to tongue the beginning of each group. Ta, ta. And I'm just going to play it 100 times till I get it right. Play the first 4, then try to play the first 4 and the second 4. So play the first 4 till you got it, then add it together with the 8. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to play 23 all the way through so you can hear it, but this section you're really going to want to isolate. It's really only 4 notes that you need to learn. So here's 23. 1, 2, here I go. And then I'm on 31. Now, some of you have talked to me about some of this DS, coda and coda business, but I would say while we're out of school, we're not going to be having rehearsals on this, obviously. So that's really a fancy repeat sign, and you don't have to worry about doing that when you're playing on your own. If you learn the 3 sections that I described in this video, you're all set. The last thing I'm going to explain to you about this piece is that you might have already noticed I'm not talking about 31 because 31 is exactly the same as the beginning of the song. I'm also not talking today about 35 because 35 is exactly the same as 17. So we don't need to talk about those 2 sections by themselves. I would suggest watching this video 2, 3, 4, 5 times and following along with me. You don't have to play along with me in the video, but it would be very smart to listen to what I have to say, then pause the video, practice it on your own, then continue the video and do it like that with pausing the video regularly. Last thing I want to say is that on the Clarinet playlist on my YouTube channel, there is a video of me playing this whole song without stopping. So if you become a great expert at this song, go ahead and go over to that recording and try to play along with me. And then, of course, to prove that you're an expert on this song, make a recording of yourself on my Flipgrid that I'm going to be posting on your Google Classroom for your teacher every week. Go to Flipgrid and make a recording of yourself playing Ghostbusters so I can hear it. That would be tremendous. Stay safe, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.